YSK that restroom hand dryers blow fecal bacteria onto your hands. There was a peer-reviewed report published in the Journal for Applied and Environmental Microbiology that studied the amount of bacteria that was blown from hand dryers in 36 public restrooms at the University of Connecticut School of Medicine. The sample from the study concluded that as many as 60 colonies of bacteria were blown from a hand dryer in just 30 seconds. A number of those bacteria were linked to fecal and human bacteria, even bacteria known to cause serious infections. Why YSK? So that you are informed for your own health, hygiene, and wellness, and to prevent further spread of more harmful bacteria. Citation sources: Deposition of bacteria and bacterial spores by bathroom hot air hand dryers, April 2018, Applied and Environmental Microbiology. Wait till people hear they're breathing it in the whole time they're in or near the restroom. I'm more concerned about grabbing the door handle on the way out of the restroom because lots of people don't wash their hands. I always make sure I have a clean paper towel or tissue to grab the door handle on the way out. Someone's being paid off by Big Towel. I only use those hand dryers that are so strong they blow your skin around like you're skydiving. It's pushing that poop right off me. I never know what to believe anymore. Thread about not using hand dryers. Don't use them. Okay, sounds good. First comment: no, it's okay to use them. How? I'm honestly more worried about the people who don't wash their hands. Dizzy face, dizzy. Risk that the entire world is filled with bacteria and we're all going to die one day. You'll live. Living in fear of every little thing is stupid. There is literally a scientific battle between Big Towel and Big Air Dryer, both releasing and supporting studies that find what they like. Don't believe shit like this. Do you not just get fecal matter in your face just being in a bathroom in general? Isn't there a whole controversy on this? Something about Dyson and paper towel companies paying researchers to do super science? Thus, it seems extremely unlikely that hand dryers carry within the nozzle a significant reservoir of bacteria that are aerosolized and deposited on plates. The data above indicated that much, and perhaps all, of the bacteria deposited on plates by hand dryer air is coming from the bathroom air by either passing through hand dryers without HEPA filters or by being pulled into the air coming out of hand dryer nozzles by convection. Just avoid the bathroom air, everyone, and probably research papers you'll never actually read. Well, shit. Wait until people learn about their phones. Do you know if they compared the air out of the hand dryer to regular restroom air pushed by waving a hand fan for 30 seconds? Sure, you can culture up to 60 colonies of bacteria from bathroom dryers. You can probably get just as many from any door handle, a wall, a light switch, or any number of surfaces. If anything, I bet you're more likely to have a higher bacterial count on your hands after letting them stay damp for an hour than an hour after drying them. Regardless, wash and dry your hands after using the restroom. And before eating. And more often in general. So, they're basically farting robots, is what you're saying? I only use it to dry my butt, so it doesn't make much of a difference to me. Articles. Wait till people learn that there's dookie on the device they are reading this on. I used to eat my wife's ass, still not dead yet. Have you used a public restroom recently? Are you dead or sick? Maybe this is a non-issue. Sure, I guess it's gross in principle, but obviously our immune systems have absolutely no problem with the fecal cloud storm that is a public restroom. I usually don't bother with hand dryers, because they just move the water around on my hands instead of drying them. I'd end up patting them dry on my pants anyway, so I am for sure going to keep doing that. YIKES. Yeah, but there's poop particles just about everywhere, can't avoid it. Paper towel lobbyists at work here. This is not really useful unless compared to towel dispensers being touched by hand after hand. I bet there are a lot of people who barely rinse their hands with no soap and then smear their poopicles all over the towel dispenser. Point being, you're screwed either way, so why worry about it? I just get my wife to blast my hands clean with a nice fresh fart. At least I know whose shit is on my hands, you know? I say we should start using a shared sponge on a stick like the Romans. Then there would be no need to wash your hands or use the disgusting hand dryer. If I learned anything from Mythbusters, it's that fecal bacteria is everywhere. Wait till people find out that when you flush the toilet, all kinds of bacteria get blown out. Meanwhile, Dyson wants you to play a game operation with their shitty hand dryers, and it's impossible not to touch the sides. I'd rather shake my hands dry for 5 minutes than use a Dyson. Breaking news: poop goes up your nose when you smell a fart. Who cares? I've never gotten sick from it. I fuck with that Dyson toe. You've been got by big paper towel. Why YSK? So that you are informed for your own health, hygiene, and wellness, and to prevent further spread of more harmful bacteria. What should I do with this information? Not breathe for 5 minutes when I enter a public bathroom? Not dry my hands, and make the door handles wet and gross and a better environment for microbes to grow? YSK that your skin has around 10,000 to 1 million microbes per square centimeter, multiply by 7 for inch 2. Just the presence of something doesn't mean it's harmful, or any worse than the situation somewhere else. How does the bacteria get into the blow dryer? Is it like in the air, then the blower moved the air around and it ends up on your hand? It is the bacteria somehow actually in the blow dryer. Fecal matter is on everything, lol. It's always covering your skin. Unclench, you'll be fine. Everything is covered in shit. Maybe the way we low dose spread the disease to give our immune systems time to prepare for the full onslaught. I'm convinced testing tubes come with fecal matter already in them. I'll accept millions of dollars to test my theory, thank you. This study was financed by the paper towel industry, so I take it with a pinch of salt. I'm the barbarian that uses both a dryer and a towel if given the option, cause the dryer never fully dries them, and then I'm using less towels and I can use it to open the door if needed, since I don't trust other people to have washed their hands. What about the Dyson blade? Wait, is it for all hand dryers? Or is it just for Dyson? At no extra charge. Oh good. I dried my hair with one this morning. I look forward to my raging stomach flu by mid-afternoon tomorrow. I'll use my pants, thanks. YSK that fecal bacteria is everywhere all the time and you are breathing it in right now, but that's okay. It is on your toothbrush at home too, from the poo aerosol when you flush. And don't forget, if you are able to smell it, you are actually tasting it. Nice try, paper industry shillbot. If bacteria is flying into the dryer, it's also flying onto the paper towels. This whole thing seems misunderstood to me. Maybe poorly maintained dryers could have actual mold and bacteria growths inside them if the humidity was high, and maybe it wasn't hot enough. Instead of being scared of the dryers, people should think the next time they lick their fingers or pick their noses. Most of y'all don't use a bidet and turn the faucet off with your hand after you've washed them, so why worry about this? And this is why I have a solid immune system and don't drop ill at every slight contact with bacteria. YSK, you can't avoid some bacteria, and it's good for your immune system. We ain't living in a white room. A life lived in fear. Lovely marketing for consumer cleaning products. Should we know this? Thankfully I always dry my hands on my pants. I had a sales rep trying to sell me these for a high-risk food processing plant. I asked for a copy of the studies which showed that there was no contamination risk. The sales rep then provided me with a paper which, when you actually read it, showed that contamination was detected up to 10 meters away. Why 10 meters? Because that was where the wall was and they could not check any further. End result, We use disposable paper towels and sanitizer.